All right, listen. I've been doing my own hair for about 6 years now, and I just would love to share my knowledge of how I do balayage on my hair with the masses of people. And how better to do that than to post your own video on YouTube about it. A few things before we start the video. 1, I am not a professional hairstylist. 2, this type of bleaching process may not work for every hair type and color. It is very specific to dark hair. 3, I decided to share this for anyone who would like to try and balayage their own hair and not get a hairstyle that looks like an Oreo cookie. Ooh. And 4, the most important thing for an at-home balayage is the sectioning. If you fuck up the sectioning, you will fuck up your hair. Without further ado, let's get this party started. All right, first things first is we gotta do a bleach bath. As you can see, this is my hair before the bleach bath. My balayage is only about a quarter of the way up my hair. The majority of my hair is my natural hair color with some purple over it. I also have these little green bits in my hair because it's from Halloween of 2023. That is how long it has taken for me to do this video. Anyway, we're going to go in with some BW2, some 30 volume, and some anti-dandruff shampoo Head and Shoulders. And we're going to mix all 3 of these together into a glorious slop. Now that you can see it, yes, look at that. Sorry. So I just went, oh, no, do the brush because I'm not going to use a brush. It's just not useful. So you just get your hair wet and then I dunk my hair into the bleach bath and then I lather it up. This is the only time that bleach lathers is when it's a bleach bath. So I run this through my hair. It only takes me about 10 minutes to do a bleach bath because it's just pulling that color out. And luckily, since I put demi-permanent hair color on my hair, that hair color comes out pretty quick. And I took out the ends of my hair because they were very hot and spicy. And now we're going to do the rest of my hair. And through the power of movie magic, this is actually a few days later. I have parted my hair into 2 sections, and we are going to work on my hair in parts because I have a shit ton of hair, and I don't want to laser my hair off with bleach. See where we're working on the right side first, and then going in with some 30 volume and BW2 again, and foils. I am sectioning my hair horizontally first, going from the bottom to the top. And then I'm going to clip this on out of my way, part it on the other side, and I'm going to think about this real hard. And pull out my first section. There we go. All right. And I tend to take about inch-wide sections when I do my own hair. And we're going to go from about here to where the bleach starts on my hair. I am not doing the ends right now because if I did that, they would disappear. It would fall off. So we're just going to do those midsections right now. I like to apply the bleach in a slant and then fill in from there, which is what I was showing you before with that little V motion. If you apply in a slant, it blends the hair in nicer to the rest of the balayage. So here I am applying my slant first and then filling in. My bleach looks kind of goopy. It's not a very good consistency. And here I am doing the back side, making sure that we get all of the hair covered. So now I'm going to take my finger and work the bleach into my hair. Making sure we're blending nicely. And then at this point, I think I decide that, there's something a little off with this bleach. There's something not quite right with this bleach formation that I have created for myself. So I decide to add some more bleach powder. I put a whole scoop in. I'm crazy. So I go ahead and mix that up. Mixing in that extra scoop of powder, making sure to not dust it up into my face. And I missed. And now you can see I've gotten the consistency that I want. It's that nice frosting consistency. It's like when you go to Dairy Queen and you get a Blizzard and they're like, here's your Blizzard, and they hand it to you upside down. That's what you want your bleach to do, is you want it to not move out of that bowl. And I'm not telling you to turn your bowl upside down with your bleach in it. Don't do that. But you know what I mean. You don't want that shit to move. All right, so now I'm going to go over that section that I did before with the new bleach, and that looks so much nicer now. And I'm just going to add some on there, and I'm getting a little annoyed and irritated by my section because there's so many extra little tiny baby hairs that are just getting in the way. But here I go. We're going to put this into a foil. Tuck it away into its little foil bed. And then move on to the next piece of hair. So here we are taking another about inch wide section. These are too big of sections to normally do a hair bleaching job, but since this is a balayage, you can kind of get away with it. So this time, instead of starting at a slant, I'm first filling in, and I tried to get the bleach off of my hand, but I think I put more bleach onto my hand in the process. And so here I am filling first and then doing a slant. So I've filled in the bleach on my hair, and then here I am going along the top of that section with bleach to blend in the balayage. And this is what I was talking about earlier with that V shape. Sometimes I will do the upward section on both sides of the section. Sometimes I'll just do it on one side. Depends on how big that section is. And I like to get my sections very flat. It makes it easier to get the bleach put out and thorough through your hair. So here I am going into the last section of this bottom part of my hair. So here we go, pulling it taut so that it's nice and flat, and then I'm filling in the part that I want to be bleached first, nice and flat. This is what you wouldn't want to have happen to your hair. Here I am just filling it more with more bleach. And then I take the side of the brush and go up one side of the section to blend in that section to the rest of the hair. It smells really bad, in case you're wondering why I'm making that face. So here I am working it in with my fingers again, making sure all of the hair pieces get saturated. There's that one really long piece of hair that just keeps getting in the way. We won't worry about it right now. We're just going to tuck this away into its little foil bed. There's not enough bleach on that hair, but don't you worry, I will re-add bleach into it later so that it comes out relatively even. All right, and now the moment you've all been waiting for, the time for me to do this really fast. So what are we going to remember now here? It is pulling your section tight, making sure it's flat, filling in the gap that you want, and then pulling up a little bit to make sure that that section is nice and blended into the hair. The best way that I can explain how these hair sections work is that you're taking vertical sections in a horizontal sections. So it will look like a lowercase m if you were to lay it against your head. So here I am now. We have filled the hair with bleach in the mids, and I'm probably going to leave it for, say probably about 30 minutes if I were to guess. All right, so now I have decided that it looks pretty good enough, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the bleach and put it through the ends of the hair. I don't know about you, but this has been my most favorite part of reviewing my own footage of myself, is just watching myself go through my hair so meticulously. It is so satisfying to watch that hair just all lift, and it looks so good. Now, this side. I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe to this side, to this side. Go. So I have now washed out my right side of my hair and tucked it up into a little neat little bun. And now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to take our big block, cover it up, take it up the side, and then put it into a foil. One thing I want to mention is it's really important that when you part, you're not parting from down here. You're parting from up here and you're going vertically. Because if you do it horizontally, it's going to look weird. It's not going to blend. You need to do it vertically down your scalp so that when you do the long line and then it's straight, it blends into the hair, as opposed to looking like a straight line across your head. I don't know how I know this. Wow, such words of wisdom from myself. It comes from experience though, because I have had half hair, and let's just say that was not great. So yeah, don't be like that JCPenney lady that did my hair. Facts. So here we are. We have completed the mids of this section. I'm going to leave it on for about 20 to 30 minutes. And so now here I am. It's been about 20 to 30 minutes and I'm going through the ends of my hair. And like I said, I am not really fussed about getting up to that top part because I did all the work earlier to make sure there was enough bleach to lift those upper areas. And that is also my virgin hair up there, so it should look pretty easy. All right, so here we are now. We're going to do my face framing bits, and I don't know what you want to call these. You want to call them skunk stripes? You want to call them e-girl portions? they used to be longer, but for some reason I decided to entertain the idea of bangs. And it was not a bad choice. It was actually, it looked pretty good, if I do say so myself. But now I'm dealing with the repercussions of having short, tiny little pieces of hair in front of my face, and it drives me insane. If that's any food for thought for anyone thinking about getting bangs. But yeah, so I'm go ahead and I'm running some bleach through my hair, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold it up into some nice little aluminum foil. You got to make sure that when you fold this aluminum foil, that you make sure that there's no bleach on the side that's going to be laying on top of your hair that is not also bleached. Because if you put bleach on hair that is not being bleached, that is going to get bleached. I'm telling you, virgin hair is very finicky and it will bleach super easy if you are not careful. It's like getting bleach on clothes. So here I go. I'm taking out this foil to see if that hair is ready for me to put the bleach on the ends, and it indeed is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take out the foil from the mids, and we're going to put the bleach all through that hair, and we're going to make sure it is nice and saturated and full. So here we are. This is the end result of all of that bleaching effort. I definitely went from 1/4 to 3/4 of my hair being bleached. So now let's slap some color on it. I decided to go with Purple and Plum from Iro Iro. This will blast out that remaining green that I had on the midsections of my hair. You can tell that I had green on there, but it's going to go away now. Don't worry about it. Also, don't worry about my door opening and closing. Those are my cats deciding they would like to come into the bathroom with me while I do this hair extravaganza. This is the part of the video where it becomes incredibly important to have dark hair instead of blonde hair when you're doing this color part. For me, since I have dark hair, it doesn't really fucking matter how much purple I get and how much purple I get where. As long as the purple is covering those blonde bits, that is all that matters. It will blend into my dark hair because my hair is so fucking dark. Now I'm just going to go ahead and slap on a cap and put a clip on and call it a day. And what do you know? There it is. This is the end result. Look at that cheeky, nice little transition into makeup and finished hair. And I love my long hair. I love my Balayage. And now this can hold me over for another 6 months.